Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on how I conceal my under eye area, or my raccoon eyes, how I like to call them. I'm going to leave you here a little before so you can see the difference from now and before. I really hope I can help some of you that are struggling covering your under eyes. And nothing, let's just go into the tutorial. Okay, so let's begin. The most important thing that we need to know about covering our dark circles is wearing a corrector. Corrector is nothing but a concealer or any type of cream product that has an orangey or peachy consistency. The corrector is going to help you neutralize the darkness under your eyes, and it's going to make sure that once you apply your foundation or your regular concealer, that it doesn't look ashy. And that's basically the point of the corrector. I'm going to show you a couple that I have and that I like. This one right here is by bandai, and it's the SK2 Highlight Wheel. And as you can see, it has two shades right here that are on the peachy side, and those two you can use them perfectly as a corrector. And I'm going to swatch it right here. And then this one right here, probably for someone of lighter skin tone. So that's what they look like together or right next to each other. Another good one is the LAGirl Pro Concealer, and they actually have a tone that's called Corrector, but the one that I have is the tone Nude, and it has that same kind of peachy undertone, which helps me conceal my under eyes really well. I'm going to swatch it here, and that's the last one right here. So that's a good option, and very cheap option too. It's about $2.99, so that is great. And then the last one is this one by Bobbi Brown, and it's a color corrector in the tone or the color peach. And I'm gonna swatch that one as well. And that's the very last one right here. You can barely see it. So as you can see, they all kind of different shades, but they all on the peachy side, kind of like orangey side. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that on my under eyes first before I go ahead and apply my foundation. And I am sorry that I look so dead right now, but those are my natural raccoon eyes, as I like to call them. So let's just go ahead and cover them so you guys don't get scared. Today I'm going to be using the one from the bandai palette, and I'm going to be using the darkest shade. And you can apply it with your finger or a brush like I'm gonna do, however you prefer to apply it. Alright, so it looks super orangey. As you can see, it's not my skin tone at all, but that's what we want, to be able to neutralize the darkness under our eye. And then now I'm just gonna blend that in a little bit more with my fingers. I'm applying a little bit on the side of my mouth because that's a little dark as well for me. Now I'm just going to apply my foundation with my beauty blender. You can use whichever foundation you like, and with a brush, whatever method you use, but just make sure that when you apply it here, you're going on a tapping motion so that you don't remove the corrector that we just applied. Alright, so as you can see, it's a huge difference from the before, the foundation and the corrector, and now. You can absolutely just leave it like this if you want to go for a daytime look. If you don't want this area to be highlighted, that's completely fine. Like normally, especially like if I'm going out or if I'm wearing like a full face of makeup, I like to highlight this area and bring it out a little bit more with a lighter concealer. A concealer that's approximately like 1 to 2 shades lighter than your skin tone. What I've been using currently is the Naked Skin by Decay, and this is the shade Medium Light Neutral. I'm going to go ahead and apply it in a triangle motion. No, it's not a motion, but you know, like a triangle. And then we're going to go ahead and blend it. As you can see, aside from having my under eyes really dark, I also have them like a little deep in, like I have deep set eyes, I guess. So highlighting this part right here is also going to help me bring that out. Now, if you don't apply the corrector before the regular concealer, you can actually create the opposite effect and make this area here look really grayish and not so flattering. So I'm just going to apply the concealer, like I said, in a triangle, kind of like bringing it down here. Alright, so first I'm going to just blend that using my fingers. The reason why I'm using my fingers instead of the sponge is because the fingers is going to make sure that I retain the majority of the product, especially in this area right here where I need a lot of coverage. And then I'm going to come in with a beauty blender and just blend out the edges so it looks more natural and it can blend nicely with the foundation. So just tapping again. Until we have it like that. Make sure that you also put the product in the inner corners of your eye, because most of us have that area there really. So when it looks like that, I know it looks like it's completely not blended. We're going to come in with the beauty sponge and we're going to blend out the edges. So now we're just going to go ahead and set everything that we put on, all that concealer, that corrector. We're going to make sure that it stays in place all day long. You can use translucent powder. You can use a powder a little bit lighter than your skin. You can use your regular face powder. Now it all depends how intense you want this area to be. If you want it light and bright and highlighter, or if you just want to make sure that it's, you know, corrected, which it is right now at this point. I'm going to be using the Mercier translucent. I'm going to be applying it with the e.l.f. blush brush. So I'm just going to take a little bit and tap off the excess and apply it. Now, before I apply it, I just wanted to quickly mention that there is a technique that is being used right now, and it's a really good one. It's called baking or caking. Which is where you apply like an excess amount of product under the under eye area and you let it sit for about 5-10 minutes so it can warm up with your skin, and it's going to make sure that the concealer lasts all day, like it really does, and it helps the creasing a lot. Now, I have tried it and I like it. I'm not gonna say I don't like it, but it's more of a cakey type of feeling, and also after a couple of hours it kind of dries and it makes my under eye area look a little bit dry, and I can fix that like by spraying a little bit of setting spray. It's something definitely fixable, but for me, in my opinion, I like to use that when I'm wearing more of a super full face of makeup, like if I'm going out, something like that, like a special event. And I can actually maybe make a different video where I show that technique, but for today we're gonna go with just setting it with a little bit of translucent powder, not too much, so make sure that you tap off the excess, and then we're just going to apply it and set that again just in a tapping motion. And if you see any creasing, go back with your finger and just tap that again. Alright, so this is pretty much a final result. I am just going to go ahead and finish off the rest of my makeup, do my hair, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I already went ahead and applied all of my makeup. So this is a full face of makeup, and that's how my under eye area and everything looks all put together with a full face of makeup. Thank you for watching the video. I really hope that this was helpful. I know how difficult it is to cover your under eye area. Trust me, I tried everything and anything. I really hope that I can help someone that is looking to conceal their under eye area, and this is helpful. By the way, I did record myself when I was putting on this makeup, so if you want to see the tutorial, I'm not quite sure if it's going to be before or after this video, but it's going to be up in my channel, so please don't forget to subscribe so that you can see that as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Besos, bye bye.